I bet most of you might have seen the Al Jazeera interview with Najib in which he was trying to find a way to boast about himself and his plan to help in economic growth. And also he wanted to show off how he could able to improve Malaysia and at the same time mocking his political opponents for causing more harm than good for the country. He was hoping to have a chance to show off how good he was if he were to be appointed as a Prime Minister again. As many of us has already known about his behavior, he would try again to talk about the cancellation of the HSR project was a big mistake, the disadvantages of cutting away GST, and again pointing out his charges are politically motivated and the result of political vengeance by the Pakatan Harapan. Fat hope Najib, fat hope. He's not gonna get away with his corruption and also the murders of Kelvin Morris, Anatuya, and others. In actual fact, it was countless murders since many ordinary citizens had already suffered and died during his regime. See the way he's acting. He's trying to gain public sympathy.
Examine it, let them investigate. The question is, when I received the funds, was I aware?
When I received the fund, was I aware? Just look at the way he talked, trying to prove his innocence and trying to convince people that Mahathir was a devil and he was God. Obviously, he was trying to get in his good books in the public through his lying against, as usual, was good at lies.
Found wealth.
He's always been a movie buff, even though, and let me just finish it, please. He's always been a movie buff, and his ambition was really to go into the movies.
No surprise at all, he was prepared to get bombarded by Mary questioning on the 1NDB mega scam. So his crook head,
"You're a cheat and a swindler. You're a crook. You're a crook,"
was already prepared to answer those questions. From the video, it was obvious he was trying hard to feign innocence. Can you see how hard he was in fronting? Throwing his brows to concentrate how he was going to lie next and act blur about his involvement in corruption, pretending he didn't know how Jolo has abused the 1NDB fund, and how his wife Rosmar pumped him bomb many times before. Yeah, I hope he would continue and keep on going to do every night with her to relieve his own stress every night. He pretended he didn't know about how Rosmar got his pink diamond and other jewelry. He's a great liar and also a shameless one who said others lied about him. During the interview with Mary, he kept on denying his involvement in 1NDB scandal and Al Ratuya murder case, while at the same time trying to have a chance to talk about economy. For the whole interview, it was all about his lies and playing dumb, hopefully to get some public attention to believing in him. Until now, he kept on insisting the money flow into his account, his personal account, was from the Saudi king, and not admitting that it was actually a part of his master plan with Jolo to get the 1NDB money for themselves by siphoning the money into various places, including Singapore, which I bet the Singapore Prime Minister who said he was not aware about the money laundering too.
I don't know.
Until the money reached Saudi Arabia to become a plain donation gifted to Najib. Isn't that what many money launderers always do? Washing money using donation here and there until it's clean? Without any doubt, Najib was involved in the money laundering business secretly, being the man behind the scene, while Jolo was the executor. Simple as that. Clear-cut case because that was what corrupt businessmen always do to get themselves rich from poor. So the more Mary grilling Najib, the more he said kept on banning or cook, and also the more he frowned, the more nervous he got, and the more he looked like a fool to try to get Mary to talk about economy rather than 1NDB scandal, because he knew the more he talked about it, the more his reputation would be at risk, leaking out more truths about his lies. Therefore, until he couldn't get the pressure in the interview, keeping talking about money, but not about economy, he got fed up and confronted Mary for not focusing on the main topic of the interview, but having prejudice against him.
About the economy.
We are going to, but there's just a couple
you're
of more.
talking too much about this.
But listen, there are just a couple of other allegations that I
No,
do
I don't
need
want to talk too much about it. I
just-
cannot talk.
Well, I tell.
However, after Mary managed to convince that she was about to talk about economy, he went back to the interview. Never did he expect he was fooled into another topic. After 2 years and others murder cases he was greatly involved in. Again, he was feeling innocent, feeling and trying to defend himself, having nothing to do with any of the murder cases he was involved. So fed up again, because he knew he was treated like a fool in front of cameras, he stood up and about to leave, reprimanded Mary for not being fair to him.
About economy, I'll sit down.
Well, we can talk about.
Come on, you're not being fair to me.
And again, for a second time, Mary fooled him, saying he would talk about his legacy.
Look, I've done my
No,
part.
no, okay.
I'm not going to stand anymore for this. If you want to ask about economy, I'll talk to you.
Okay, we'll ask about. Let's talk. Given what's happened to you, let's talk about your legacy.
Okay,
as
let's talk
Prime
about the
Minister.
legacy.
Being so proud about his legacy, Najib came back to the interview without knowing he was still being fooled. After presenting his achievement about his legacy, he was so proud and so confident at that moment until Mary gave him another sudden bombshell on one NDB scan and about Jolo again.
True, whatsoever.
Jolo.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
no,
you,
no.
thank you,
Can I
thank
just ask you about Jolo? Because
no,
it is
enough.
important. No,
No, it's enough.
It
It's
is.
enough.
Why do you
You're coming
think
back
he.
to
No,
Jolo?
Why?
Therefore, the topic brought Najib to leave his seat like a fool shamefully in the end.
To court, so I think it's better.
Let the process with law takes its course.
I think
Let
better.
it take its course.
Because of things.
When was the last time you
Okay,
communicated?
it's enough.
Thank you.
Okay.
What a clown he was! Big kudos to Mary in shaming Najib this time, making a fool of that liar in a hat-trick. Thank you for watching. Please share this video with your friends and leave any comments below. Do subscribe my channel if you haven't, and see ya.